Sudan's paramilitary leader, Mohamed Hamdan Daglo, whose rapid support forces have been accused of genocide, told his fighters to consider themselves unleashed in their war against the army. A day after losing a key highway between the capital Khartoum and the Kordofan region's largest city of El Obeid, Daglo's parallel administration published a video message where he released the reins of his fighters on the front lines. The fighting persists unabated.
The Sudanese army has announced that it has regained full control of a major highway linking the capital Khartoum with Al Obeid, a city that has been under siege by the rival paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. The capture of the Al Sadarat highway will help the Sudanese army move troops, weapons, fuel and supplies, and will also block the RSF's push to seize Al Obeid, the capital of North Kordofan state. About 500,000 people are trapped in the city, where the United Nations has warned of a humanitarian catastrophe, with residents facing intense RSF drone attacks.
This authority works to serve citizens and maintain the cleanliness of markets and neighborhoods, providing services to the public. However, it was targeted by militias, resulting in the clear destruction of the institution and the disruption of its operations. Actions we strongly condemn.
In a statement, the Sudanese army said it had recaptured cities and towns between Khartoum and Al Obeid, following 2 days of fierce battles with the RSF, which controlled the highway. The attacks marked the first major offensive against the paramilitary in months. The UN has for weeks warned the RSF fighters could commit mass atrocities in the Kordofan region, as they sought to encircle its largest city of Al Obeid ahead of an apparent large-scale assault. Since April 2023, Daglo's war with his former ally, Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has killed upwards of 2 lakh people, aid workers estimate, and created the world's largest hunger and displacement crisis. His forces have committed atrocities including ethnic cleansing, systematic sexual violence, and summary executions, according to survivor testimony and UN reports.
Despite the challenges, we, along with our humanitarian partners, continue scaling up the cholera response, supporting nearly 80 surveillance sites, 16 treatment centers, 8 oral rehydration points, and prevention activities for more than 270,000 people in the impacted areas. However, funding shortfalls are limiting the response. We continue to urge donors to commit additional funding. This year's humanitarian appeal for Sudan is about 40% funded, with $1.1 billion received against the nearly $2.9 billion required.
The road to Khartoum remains closed to civilians who have for most of the war relied entirely on the eastern road to the White Nile, where the RSF regularly launches deadly drone strikes. Though both sides have reportedly committed war crimes including indiscriminate bombings, the army is generally regarded more favorably by civilians in areas that have faced the brunt of RSF violence. The city of about 500,000 people, which the UN says has doubled in size because of displacement, Al Obeid, has been caught in the crossfire since the war began. It was under paramilitary siege from April 2023 until February of last year, when the army broke through. Ever since, RSF attacks on roads, neighborhoods, and critical infrastructure such as power stations have worsened the humanitarian crisis, where the UN says only a fraction of the city has reliable access to food. Africa Bureau, WION, World is One.